Hey, hi. Wow. Hi, everybody. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Steve.
Hi, Levi.
Hey.
Lisa and Levi. Boy, what a show we got today. Happy birthday, you two. The show is 1 year old.
Yay.
Oh, about time.
What a great celebration.
Technically, it's tomorrow, but it's close enough, right?
It's close enough.
So if we whine, cry, and throw a tantrum, don't worry about it. We're just a year old. Okay. So, just give us a bottle. We'll be okay. Thanks, Sharon. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there.
Good to see you, Sharon.
Now, today we're going to do something we've never done before. We're going to have a giveaway drawing. We're actually going to have a few of them at the end of the show. And how you enter it is in the comment section. You type in hashtag GPRS, and that will enter you into the drawing. And you'll see how it does it at the end of the show. You'll get to see it work because we'll share the screen. So, but that's what you do. You enter hashtag GPRS, and that will enter you into the drawing. So, all right. Now, may as well start moving forward here. Our first show we did it June 19th, 2022. And we had Montana on, we had Colorado and GPRS, and I think we had like 6-7 dogs on, and we did it all in an hour. Now we can't have 2 dogs on and shove them in an hour, can we?
Yeah.
Anyway, so thank you everybody for showing up and supporting us. And hi Bonnie, hi Sharon. And Sharon and Bonnie. So yeah, get your entries in. Hashtag GPRS. Oh, I guess I should show you what we're giving away, huh? You have the option of, I had to put it behind this, so you wouldn't. This is a 2-handled training leash.
Nice.
At least it looks like it's 2-handled. It's made by Max and Neil's. Okay. Max and Neil's is a good company because every time you buy from them, they donate to rescues. Okay. And then your other option is a martingale collar. Now, a little limited. They're new. The tags are on them. But they're just a size medium, which fits a neck size of, I read this earlier too, and I forget what it is already. 11 to 15 inches. Okay. So that would be kind of a smaller pier. Doesn't have to necessarily be a pocket pier, but a smaller one. All right.
Or a puppy.
Everybody's measuring the necks of their dogs. I can hear it now. Holy crap, this dog's 23 inches.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we got 3. And since the collars are just one size, one color, we'll let you guys pick your gift. And until you don't anymore. How's that? So, wow, what a show. Boy, we got a couple good dogs on today. And then we've got a heck of a topic, don't we?
Oh,
or
yeah.
Topics.
Yeah.
However you want to look at it. Could be plural. So may as well get right on this, huh?
Absolutely.
I think I'm going to do this. I don't know what happened. Anyway, we have an amazing boy coming on here. I didn't know much about him, but now I do. And holy cow, he will suck you in and chew your heart up and spit it right back out. Okay, and it all in a good way. So he's got a little video here. As soon as there it is right here. We're just going to play his video and we're going to bring him up. Everybody wants you to meet Aaron on video. Wow, he better be all that now. Okay? Wow, that was a fun video, wasn't it?
He's a good boy.
Yeah, he's a young boy, isn't he?
Yeah, somewhere between 10 months to a year-ish, we're estimating. We don't exactly know.
And did we ever figure out if he got along cats or not?
I think he does okay.
And
Look
your
at that
cat's
ear
Loki,
claw.
right?
Loki.
And are we going to get a sneak peek of superstar Cassie?
Well, she's sitting over here, so there's a good chance that she'll come make an appearance.
Right. For everybody that sees her for the first time, Cassie's not for adoption. You have to go to findanother.dog.com for that. She has a mom.
She does. She has her home here, but she is a good dog.
Look at this boy. Holy cow.
Oh, look at him. He's so handsome.
He
Man,
is
oh,
a
man.
very pretty boy.
You guys better get your applications in here now. It's he's not going to last. He's been GPRS's best kept secret, hasn't he?
Yep. I've had him about a month now.
Yeah, we haven't seen you in a while, Lisa. We'll let you ask Melanie some questions. You got to talk to her too for briefly, didn't you?
Yeah. So Melanie, I know there's some buzz amongst our volunteer team because I think Aaron spent some time with another foster, and then we heard what a great dog he is. And so, can you just share a little bit, describe him, what he likes to do? I know in the video it showed crate training.
And how you made him such a great dog.
Oh, well, we're definitely working on. He's phenomenal. He has got a lot of energy. He's a very high energy puppy. He loves to play, especially in the mornings. He's got a lot of zoomies. So he's definitely one who needs regular exercise and a playmate. You saw in the intro video that he loves to run around the yard with another dog, and they wrestle and play bitey face and do all of those things. And he gets really sad. We walk him separately from my two resident dogs just because he and Cassie both want to be the lead dog. But when he walks on his own, he does really well.
So they have a contest going on who
They have
gets
a
the lead
contest.
on the leash.
Yeah.
And you forgot your skis, huh?
Yep. But he gets really sad when the other two dogs leave. So he definitely doesn't like being left behind. He wants a constant companion and playmates.
Wow. What's going on here in this picture?
So that is Aaron and my peer Artemis. Artemis is about 7 years old, so she is much calmer. She was always a pretty calm dog. Aaron's trying to move.
Well, hang on, let me get the picture down so we can see too. Hey, nice to come here, Aaron.
There's Aaron. He's now decided he's woken up.
Boy, he's so cute.
Oh, he's a cutie.
Look at him.
He's a sweetie. He definitely has the peer paw down very well. He's great at the peer paw, and he thinks he's a lap dog.
Well. Good.
Which what he's currently trying to do is get in my lap.
He can do what he wants. He's just a baby.
Yeah, that's what he thinks.
Well, isn't it you that said that you know he's going to be a big one because it's always the big ones that want to be the lap dogs?
Well, if you are looking for a really big, fluffy lap dog, I've got your dog right here. He is so affectionate and so sweet. Isn't that right? Say, I'm an absolute sweetheart. Oh.
Now, if you walk him by himself on a leash, how does he do?
He does really well walking by himself. He's a little zigzaggy still. He's got a lot of that puppy ADD, and he wants to see everything.
Nothing wrong with that.
But he doesn't pull or anything when he walks by himself.
Wow. He's got the little whip at the end of his tail, Steve.
Yes, he has this gorgeous. I normally can't get it in a picture, but today he's being sort of helpful.
Oh.
Yeah, I've got a curly Q tail.
Yeah. And he's got short coat, and he's got that block head. He could be mixed with Chihuahua.
Yep.
Oh,
that's what I thought.
Boy, oh boy. So, what do you think about kids?
I think he'd be really good with older kids. I think with little kids, he might be a little much. Where he's not jumping like he used to. When I first got him, he jumped on everybody and everything. He still gets really hyper and he does jump some. So that might be a bit much for little kids.
Okay. Oh, I see that.
Paw.
Here's that paw.
There it is.
And Mom, don't stop rubbing my ear.
Yep.
But Aaron, my arm's going to fall off. Now, what about him, say, by himself, and somehow you got out of the house without Cassie, and you meet another dog on a walk? How does he greet the other dog?
He does really well. He will not pull. He doesn't bark at them. He actually does remarkably well. We passed quite a few houses that have dogs, and he's been fine walking right by them.
Awesome.
Wow.
And you said he's got such a good attitude. He's the life of the party.
He is. He's hilarious. So once he gets comfortable, especially if you get him right at the end of his like playful period in the morning. Well, we're gonna go explore something now. He like sits and he looks like a worm. He kind of squirms around on the bed, and he wants to rub into anything. He wants to always cuddle. Cassie, who's coming to see me right now, is not a huge cuddler, which he's not a fan of. So he keeps trying to come up and cuddle with Cassie. There's Cassie.
He's gorgeous.
And then Cassie runs away because she's not a fan.
But it looks like he's got her pretty active, though.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, how do you not? Look at that face. I think she fell in love with him. She just doesn't want to admit it. Anyway, Great Pyrenees Rescue Society.org. That's where Aaron is, but Cassie's not there. You can't adopt Cassie.
He looks a lot like my girl, doesn't he, Steve?
Yeah. Does he eat okay?
Oh, yes. He loves food. Food is his favorite thing, which also means he does really well with training because he'll do anything for food. Right now, he's doing really well with sit. Lay down, he has to have kind of the treat leading him down to get to it, and then getting on his in his crate on cue we're working on. So those are our main ones we're working on right now.
He just tried to get in the cat house.
Yeah, well, there's food up there, so
Gotcha.
we hide the cat food at the top of the cat treat.
Okay, that makes it worth it then. So how does he do in a crate?
He does wonderful in the crate. He will usually get in the crate on command. The only time he kind of avoids it is when he knows it's about to be bedtime. He crates really well at night for sleeping, but he knows when it's bedtime, everyone's about to stop playing. And so I have to kind of bribe him then. Aaron, let's see if we can get him to go in his crate.
Okay, well, we don't have to. It's not bedtime.
Oh, well, but we get our crate a lot. Aaron.
Can
you get in your crate? There you go. Good boy.
Wow.
Good.
Yep, he gets to come back out. I love it.
Boy.
So what would be his perfect home?
His perfect home is going to be a family that's really active, that can be active with him, that's got at least one other fairly young resident dog who can keep up with him. Older kids would be fine, but I don't think kids are necessary.
Okay. All right. And somewhere near you, right?
Yes, so I can still see him.
Okay. Wow. Now, he's your first foster with the Great Pyrenees Rescue Society, isn't he?
Yes.
All right. How has it been so far for you with this rescue?
It's been going really well. I mean, whenever I came by, I kind of have sent out what my household looks like. And kind of the things that were important to me. And they did a great job. They said, we think Aaron would be a great foster for you. And he has been a phenomenal foster. I've loved having him so far.
Awesome. And if you need something, they get it to you in a timely manner.
Yep. Which they sent him with a full bag of food and treats and a couple of months of flea and tick medication. So he's set up and ready.
What about your food? Did they send any food for you guys, for the humans?
They did not send me my own food, but he's good.
And so that means you've got a cool dog, and you got food, and you got preventatives and everything, and it didn't cost you a dime.
Exactly.
So why are all the rescues begging for fosters? There's 330 million voters in this country. Why can't rescues get fosters?
I don't know. I think people might be intimidated by it, or they might think it takes more time and effort than it does. But it's like you just bring the animal in. If you've had pets before, you're going to go through the same process. You're inviting an animal into your home and your family. But also, I think there's that fear of when it's time to give them up, and that can be hard because obviously you're going to grow an attachment. But I think
save another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do. And you just have to kind of go in knowing, this is a dog that I'm giving all of my love and affection to make them that perfect dog for someone's family. Because I can't have more dogs of my own. I would love to, but they would eat me out of house and home, and boarding gets expensive and all of that. But it's another way I can see more dogs and feel like, oh, look, I can't keep you, but I can have you for a while.
Yeah.
Levi had come up with an idea about that fostering thing. Because he thinks that somewhere, and I know he's right, that some people think that they're just not going to qualify, so they don't try, or they think it's going to be too hard for them, and blah blah blah. Well, we're going to start covering that here when we put something like that together. We'll have to get with the different rescues. There's different rules, okay, and nobody's here to break the rules. Never mind. I tried to say it without cracking up. Anyway, but anyway, that's something we're looking at, and anybody's interested. And fostering's easy. And even if you get a hard dog, it depends on how you approach it.
Yeah,
make it easy. That's all you got to do. So, and you got a puppy. Puppies are hard.
Well, at least he's not a little bitty puppy. Those are really hard.
Yeah,
they are a lot.
Yes. And Melise Melise hangs on to the entire litters of them.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, enough of that. But boy, look at that. I'll tell you, he looks just like his picture.
Yeah.
Boy, look at that.
No catfishing here.
Look at those eyes. Wow.
He's beautiful.
Now, so he doesn't chase the cats. He just can't figure out why Loki won't play with him, right?
Exactly. So yeah, he doesn't actively seek them out, but whenever he tries to play, he'll go bounce up towards them, and he doesn't realize they're like 8 to 10 pounds, and he's substantially bigger.
Yeah.
So they want to not play around, but no, they get along really well. Whenever he's calm like this, then especially Loki, the one with the picture. Hi there, Aaron. We're gonna get all the dogs here. Here's my beer as well. How many dogs?
Here, let me get rid of that banner.
Beautiful.
Wow. That's heaven down in Texas.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Wow. All right. Great Pyrenees Rescue Society. I got to put that up. If you want to foster or volunteer, there's where you go for the app. GreatPyreneesRescueSociety.org/forms. And all the forms are there. So, and then if you want to adopt him, well, then you slide on over to the adoptable dogs. Yeah. And I didn't put their links up because nobody looks at them anyway. They're too long. They got a lot of numbers at the end.
They do.
But his link to his bio, his link to his own webpage is in the description of the show, though. I do that.
Look at that leggy.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Man, those are some good looking nails. Did you trim those yourself?
No, he came trimmed, and then when walking, of course, helps with that.
Okay.
Wow.
I was gonna say, if you knew how he does for nail trims, because
he doesn't mind me messing with his paws, so I don't think he'll have a problem with nail trims, but I haven't had to do it yet.
Okay, sure.
Now he's got double dew claws back there, doesn't he?
He does.
Yes, he should.
Well, there's great Pyrenees in there.
That belly.
Look at him. Does he sleep in funny positions too?
Actually, not a whole lot. He only does this whenever he's hamming it up for attention.
You should have seen Zahara, or I think, was it Zahara? That was all.
Yeah.
Some reassembly required.
Yeah, that was her.
And that's a puppy. So, and
wow. So sweet.
Well, you're going to stay up with us for the show, aren't you, Melanie?
I am.
All right. GreatPyreneesRescueSociety.org. There's some amazing dogs there now. And Aaron's one of them. Our next dog is a young lady, and she's been on here before. And so she's experienced, and so's her foster dad. And I think her foster dad's been on 4 or 5 times. Mm-hmm. And he's highly experienced. Pretty soon he can take it over. So, well, let's just get her going on, and we'll bring her up. Oh, hi, John. And there's that little girl. Hey, before you get going here, John, I want to just put a reminder up for folks that tuned in a little bit late or came and gone and missed it. If you put hashtag GPRS into the comments, you get a chance to win either a 6-foot Max and Neo training leash or a medium-sized black martingale collar. And a lot of dogs can wear medium collars, all right? It's just not a lot of Great Pyrenees, that's all. That's all I had left, I'm sorry. So they're brand new, everything's new. So sorry, John, I had to do that little bit of advertising. So I'm going to have to turn you up unless you say something again.
How's it going?
Oh,
No, yeah, we got to turn you up a little bit. We got it down here. Boy, you're blowing me out hour and a half ago.
look how chill she is.
Right.
Dead air. I love it.
I turned it down on this end because a dog barked and everybody went nuts over here. So.
I've got you up full blast and you're well there. Can everybody else hear him? I had my volume down.
Can you hear me?
John, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Matter of fact, you might be too loud. I'm going to cut you back. Sorry. That's what I get for, turning my volume down because I forgot to turn this song down. You hear a lot of music coming on the rescue show, don't you? All right. So, Miss Olive, she's got some fancy news, doesn't she, from a restaurant?
Yeah, she's doing better all the time. For people that don't know her story, is she was adopted as a puppy and then was returned with some quirky behaviors. And part of it is she likes to use her mouth instead of her feet to communicate. She's never bitten,
Never hurt anybody.
Nope. She mouths people, and like if I stop petting, she might do things like that. And so she needs a very quiet home. Loud noises scare her. She's a kind of a frightened dog, but she's getting over her fears. So just a couple of weeks ago, we had her at the outdoor patio at a restaurant. People food was one of her issues. She kind of resource guarded it, even though she didn't get people food. So it was kind of strange. So no issues. And this is her kind of her new look. She used to have that closed mouth, serious face all the time. So
She used to look like a Maremma.
she has had a breakthrough in the last few months. She was on, I think, in April, but we've been out to eat even since then. Loves car rides. She's good on a leash.
This big change has happened just since she's been on last time, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. And the only difference that has happened is I brought another foster dog here. So maybe she thought she was
Somebody
she had to step it up to get out of here. I don't know.
Yeah. But I do know once I've met her. And matter of fact, she slept with me. Nothing happened. It really didn't. But she sleeps very peacefully. That's one thing I noticed. Unless she's trying to get your attention with her mouth.
John,
John,
John, you mentioned she resource guarded something. What was that? What did that look like? Like, what do you see in a resource guarding for people that have never heard that term?
Okay. For her, she had a lot of tentacles on her resource guarding. Initially, she didn't like people in the kitchen, and that probably was related to people food.
Yeah.
So kind of what I'm thinking is where she came from, they allowed her to have people food. Sometimes
I think they actually taught her a lot of this behavior.
Yeah, they returned her because they created a monster and they couldn't control her anymore. And it's scary when a dog puts their mouth on you. And if you have children around, it's not acceptable.
Growling.
So it wasn't really her doing, but she suffered from it, and she was spoiled. I think she was so used to always getting what she wanted. So in my mind, her fear was she had a fear of not getting what she wanted. Whether it was somebody that she didn't want to get up off the couch and they would go get up to leave, she would grab her shirt.
It was unreasonable stuff.
So it was strange what she would do, and it was unpredictable because she didn't do it consistently. So how do you know when it's cured?
Right.
So like at the restaurant and food things would be that she might show her teeth and snarl at someone getting near your plate, even though she had no chance of getting that food. She was just going to protect it to make sure that no one else was going to get it if she wasn't. So it was not aggressive behavior. It was more of subtle stuff, but
It was quirky.
it was quirky and it could lead to more. You don't know. And it's
And if you don't know her, it's probably scared the heck out of you.
Right.
it would, and another dog could react to it in a different way.
Right.
So
Right.
that's
Yeah.
the other thing is,
That's right.
Dogs don't like being around other dogs that growl. And
Now your two peers never took it wrong, did they?
no, they didn't. They're pretty seasoned to having strange dogs here, and they're very, very chill. They're GPRS rescues also, and I mean, she's so adoptable. She's so easy of a dog. She loves the routine she's in right now. She's a little stressed because I'm talking loud around her. And say a garbage truck goes down the road, she comes unhinged for a little bit. You know, she's going to bark. She's an excellent guard dog that way.
Well,
And
when
then when she realizes there's no fear, there's nothing's going to happen to her, then she's over it. But she's
but the devil himself drives the garbage trucks. Just ask me about Pyrenees.
Yeah.
but she's of all the dogs here, she's the most interesting one. She shows a lot of emotion, like happy emotions. When we're out walking, she sees something interesting. She does this little prance with her front legs where her legs pump quick, but we don't go any faster. And she's a very smart, interesting dog. She just didn't get off on the right foot, and it's cost her a lot of her life because she's been here in my house over 10 months. She was at other fosters. So she's now been in foster care. For a dog adopted as a puppy,
Yeah.
she's now spent more time in foster homes than she did at the original home. And
And whoever adopts Olive, if you guys do a DNA on her, I sure would like to see that. Because I think she looks like a Maremma sheepdog.
she could be. She's small. She only has single dew claws in the back. Her eyes a little bit more narrow than
She has no jowls.
Yeah, and I mean, but she's beautiful. When she stands up, she has a very long tail.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But
About how old is she, John? Do you know?
Probably she's over 4 now.
So an
We've been
adult.
saying that she's under 4, but she's been here going on 11 months, so she's over 4 years old now.
Okay.
She's kind of set in her ways, but she had bad habits and she's losing them gradually. So it's just by being stubborn. It's not like I found a magic button to push with her. It's just that I wouldn't give in, and so she's calm. She's calmed down. And
now, when you first got her, it was 3 or 4 months because you heard all about this behavior from everybody, but you never saw it happen, did you?
yes, what most of her behavior, 95% of it is when visitors come over.
That's right.
It's not with me.
She doesn't want to
I don't
share
know
you.
about if it was with her family when she was adopted, but it's when visitors come by, because I think she knows that she's not going to control me and grab my shirt and make me go pet her. That won't work, but she'll try it with strangers, but not everybody too.
Now,
So-
let's fast
There's
forward.
been savvy GPRS people over here that have fosters and stuff, and some she reacts to in a negative way, and some she acts like she's their best friend. So kind of that part of the unpredictable part makes it where what kind of home do you pick? So you have to pick the safest.
Thank you.
And what a lot of people don't understand, that when we talk about we want a home without a small child or maybe not even a teenager, it's not because we think she would hurt that person. It's because those are the people that will break the rules, will yell, scream, and have a tantrum and do something to really upset her. And to me, to give her the best chance to succeed at her next home, we have to pick the right home.
Right.
And it needs to
That's
be
really well said.
a
Yeah.
peaceful, serene, quiet, calm house. And she'll be like this all the time unless a garbage truck goes by.
And something that you got to look at for certain here is anytime something happens, whether, I mean, it doesn't really matter, but when's the last time you saw anybody surrender a child? They always surrender the dogs.
Yeah.
It's always the dog's fault.
It's always the dogs. Stop blaming the dogs. It's not all
Yeah.
on them. If you look how beautiful she is.
Yeah,
I think her and Aaron ought to get together. Boy, I tell you, they'd be unstoppable. He would, wow, put her. He would give her a run for her money, but he's too young for her.
She's one of those kind of dogs. If you leave your car door open and she happens to go by your car, she's going to go get in it. Like, come on, let's go for a ride.
So she likes to ride.
She likes to ride. Her favorite thing is the morning walks that we go on. She's excellent at spot. We go very early in the morning so we can go down the middle of the street. We don't have all those smells on the sides of the road, so we can make some
Wow.
fun.
Wow.
And I'm walking 5 of them at once, so everybody has to behave.
Wow.
And she can spot. And armadillos just look like a basketball in somebody's front yard when it's.
Wow, you're being nice.
And so she will spot them, and you know how quiet it is that time of the morning. She has that finger on a chalkboard bark, and I'm like, oh, please stop. I don't want to see lights coming on around the homes around there, but that's fun for her. You know, she likes spotting birds and ducks and things flying overhead. She's part of the walk.
See if she wants a cookie here. I'll pass it through the camera. All right. Great Pyrenees Rescue Society.org. There's another good one. I'll tell you right now that Olive has this is a good dog. I've met her. I spent 9 days with her. And 9 unpacked days, weren't they, John?
Yeah, you had a lot of dogs to work on at headquarters.
Yeah, they brought me down. It wasn't a vacation like they said it was.
You're not allowed to have a vacation. You're retired.
I went down to see some dogs, that's for sure. And I got to see some dogs, and that headquarters has got it going on down there. I just fell in love with that place. So I know why John goes there all the time. So, gosh, she's gorgeous, John. So Great Pyrenees Rescue Society.org. That's where Olive is. That's where Aaron is. And man, they're here for it. And they need homes and they need fosters, and because fosters make everything happen, but never forget that the donors make it all possible. Why are we so small?
And Steve, one of the important things about getting a dog in a foster home, you can't get a good profile on a dog that's at headquarters with 40 other dogs.
Right.
We'll know it's friendly or it's not friendly. We'll know you can walk it or not, but you don't know anything else about it really to place it in the right home. So the best thing about fostering is a foster can give a good personality background on the dog, because matching it to the right home is just as key as any other.
And Lori last week from that Newfoundland place summed it up. They get the love of the home and the family. They get to feel it all, and you set them up for success for the next home. Mm-hmm. And she kind of really blew us all away, didn't she, Levi?
Oh yeah.
That was pretty good. So now, speaking of getting the dogs into a home, Levi wants to talk about that. So now you've adopted a dog. Now what?
Yeah. So when you're bringing your dog into you're bringing your foster into your home, whether that's meeting your new people or meeting any other pets of the family, I find people either have the anxiety of, well, if I bring a foster in, how do I do this? Or they bring the foster in, and they're stressed, the dog is stressed, and then it's a recipe for less than success. And then oftentimes they'll say, well, I guess I just wasn't cut out for it. And that's not necessarily true. I think that in preparation also comes confidence in yourself and in having a backup plan and how to handle moving forward. So a little bit about being able to like where to start, I guess, is in an ideal world, you're meeting, the foster dog is meeting everybody who will be regularly interacting with the dog, or regularly coming in and out of the house. And so one of your big things is your body language is everything. If everybody is crowded around and they're all leaning over and they're all reaching out, that's so terrifying. Like, imagine if you yourself are surrounded by a bunch of giants that came all the way down from the beanstalk, and they're just like, wow, look at that thing. And that's terrifying. So it's letting the dog approach you on their own terms and letting them be able to opt out or consent to when they're ready to be interacted with. So it's not everybody approaching all at once. It's not everybody crowding around, looming over and staring. And
I like that. We had a situation the other day where
mhm.
for the first time we had a dog, and the adopter told me that he loves people. Then all of a sudden he met some stranger and he backed up and
Mhm.
he actually ran away. So what do you say about that one?
Absolutely. So the first thing we always want to do is when we're looking at our dog's body language, if they are generally not actively looking for attention, in our case, the Pyrenees give us their peer paw, or the easiest thing is when we know our own dogs and we could say, oh, look, she really likes you. She's doing that thing with her ears or her tail. And that's something that strangers just don't know. And that's also by proxy of they don't live with the dog. The dog doesn't know them very well. So it's always up to you to advocate for the dog, saying, hey, my dog's not comfortable anymore, or my dog's really nervous. And especially if it's people that, it's a random stranger and you said, hey, excuse me, we're in training, or my dog is really nervous, or we're working on this, we're working on greeting. There's not really a time for negotiation, especially if your dog is very fearful. It's not story time. It's either a flat out no, you can't come to greet us, or you get out of Dodge. Or another easy one is, hey, my dog is sick, or hey, he's contagious, don't touch him.
But don't tell everybody your dog bites to keep somebody away.
Yeah, you can run into legality issues with that. If your dog ends up doing something not ideal, and then somebody could say, oh, you knew he's a bite risk and you didn't muzzle him, or you didn't. So not he bites, or he might bite you. It's, you don't have a time for a narrative, you don't have a time for negotiation. It's not right now, or he's sick, he's contagious, sorry. And that's the easiest one, is sorry, he's contagious.
Tell him he's got mange.
Yeah, with their beautiful white coats. He's got mange, right. Sorry. You can't tell.
Most people don't know what it is.
But it's up to you to advocate for your dog, that if, they're turning tail, if they're showing, whale eye, lip licking, yawning, if they're just clearly not having a good time, you're the advocate to say, hey, sorry, no thank you. My dog isn't feeling it. My dog's not well. Because the last thing we want is to set somebody up for failure, and it's, oops, my dog got so scared because nobody respected his boundaries that then he said, oh, I'll just stand up for myself. And then it doesn't look good.
That's right.
And so it's just being able to let your dog also tell you, like, I don't want this right now. And your dog is always allowed to say no thank you.
That's right. Now, especially Great Pyrenees, they make snap decisions in emergency situations all the time. Mm-hmm. Why don't you let them make a choice and teach them to make good choices?
Yeah.
That's all. So, well, it's not all. There's more to it than that. Now, just lost what I was going to say. You go on.
So, Levi, you talked about visitors coming to the home, whether I'm going to adopt a new dog. I have 2 Pyrenees.
I remember I was going to talk about the outdoors, eye contact.
Oh, yes.
When you make eye contact with a dog you don't know, you could easily be challenging him. Okay.
Yeah.
And and that's never a good idea, especially with a big white dog
Yes.
that guards things for a living. All
Yeah.
right.
So to jump onto that as well is that dogs understand body language above all else. They are not born speaking or understanding rather a human language. They learn through our tone. They learn through our actions, and they begin to generalize what we, the humans, do and follow through with. So that eye contact, especially from a stranger, um, straight on eye contact between dog and dog or dog and human is often more of a I'm gonna get you. And like not the good I'm gonna get you. And so for a lot of dogs it makes them nervous where you'll start to see the lip licking, the head tilting, like, oh, I'm not really here.
They're
Displacement sniffing.
uncomfortable.
Yeah, anything that kind of shows them like, hey, I'm actually not here. Don't even look at me. And so if a bunch of people, especially because we do have these beautiful white dogs, come up and they're like, wow, that's terrifying. This dog has no idea what they're going to do. Even if their best intention is, it's okay, I like dogs. Okay, but my dog doesn't know you. Like, you need to stop.
Right.
And so it's if your dog as well is also saying, no, really, if you don't stop, then I'll stop you. We never ever want to correct a growl. The growl is one of the most important forms of communication. Yes, it is scary. Maybe it hurts your feelings a little bit because I know it hurts my feelings a little bit.
Not mine.
But we want to be able to see, oh, you're uncomfortable, you're unhappy, my bad, I'll back off. Otherwise, what happens is if we discipline a growl, we teach them, oh, don't
Sorry,
warn
Levi.
me, just go straight to biting. Yeah.
Who is that?
That's Maddie. She got adopted.
Maddie. Oh,
Cute.
there you go with that findanotherdog.com again.
Wow. Look at the little badger markings.
Yeah.
Wow.
How
She's
old
the
is
one that just
Maddie?
got adopted.
She's 6 months old.
Oh,
I was gonna say
goodness.
she has a helmet head still.
Yeah.
Bad. It's like the Three Stooges.
Wow.
Larry.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Smiling.
And I also just want to touch on the dogs with big crowds and maybe not so big crowds. You know, the person that we talked about with the dog that all of a sudden, before that, he always just would thrive this. Okay.
Mhm.
And he may again, but at this point in time, he's overwhelmed.
Yes.
Okay.
And
And he let mom know, and mom got him out of there, and
Yeah.
he's happy with
Yeah,
that.
so you are your dog's advocate. If your dog is clearly unhappy, or if you have that gut sense of, I know my dog. My dog would have, if my dog was happy, he would have been doing this or that. Your dog, like, give your dog an escape route. Give your dog a chance to decompress somewhere else. And this goes with meeting dog to dog as well. We always want to go by the body language of the dog that is a little less forward. And we never want to push them in or go like, oh, it's okay, go say hi, go say hi. Because then that absolutely leads to your dog going, absolutely not, no thank you. And if the other dog is a little extra rude or a little extra pushy, then the shyer dog, whether that's your dog or the dog that you're attempting to meet, they might say, no thank you, really, I'm done, and then give them a very fair correction, which didn't need to happen if we were respecting their boundaries. In terms of visitors coming over or visitors meeting, if you're just getting your brand new foster dog or brand new adoption dog, I'd probably hold off on too much house traffic just to let the dog settle in a little bit. Bare minimum, that 3 days to a week of giving them time to settle in and decompress.
I like to go further than that, so that way they can get to know their new parents.
Yes, that's more important. They get to know their new setting and their new consistent family, I guess, in that sense.
Right, because you
Before
have
you
people
start
coming
bringing
in and
people
out, they're not going
Yes.
to know who belongs there.
Mhm.
Yeah. And if nothing else, it adds another stressor of, well, everything is always moving here and everything is always weird. And then we might not see either their full potential, or we see a lot of conflict building up in those dogs.
Yeah.
So hold off on your visitors, hold off on your guest dogs, at least for a little bit until you feel that your dog is, or your foster or your new adopted dog is starting to come out a little more. And then test the waters slowly, like one at a time slowly. And not, great, let's have a house party, let's have a grad party. That is way too much, way too fast.
Yeah, and
And
always
when you've got your
remember
visitors coming in, it's also asking your visitors, this is a new dog. This dog has, maybe we do or don't know this dog's history. They don't need to reach their hand out. The dog can smell you just fine from across the room.
Let
Because
him
then
get
you enter
comfortable
their
and approach
space.
you.
Yeah.
If he
If you
wants to
enter their
smell you, he'll
space,
come
then it's
to
like,
you.
absolutely. So the dog can smell you. You don't need to be like, oh, it's okay, here you go.
And by the way, just because he comes up to you to smell you doesn't mean he wants to be touched.
Absolutely. Yeah, just because the dog comes up to investigate does not immediately invite you to go ahead and pet them, get in their face, hold them, hug them, because the dog doesn't know you yet. Let the dog offer.
The dog will get in trouble over
Mhm.
something you set him up for.
Yes. So
Yeah.
don't set them up for failure.
That's right.
We're all humans. We make human mistakes, but then we go ahead and blame the dog for the dog. So,
hey, Levi, you tell them to get that hashtag GPRS in. We have 2 entries. Hell,
sure, yeah.
I'll just mail them a leash. It's Bonnie,
yeah, at that point.
Bonnie and Nancy.
Yeah, so we have this little giveaway going on. If you guys type in into the chat box there hashtag GPRS, we'll enter you for a chance to win either this traffic handle lead that's brand new, still
Made
in the
by Max
packaging.
and Neo.
It looks like it's blue from the picture there,
Teal.
question mark.
It says teal. There's a green screen,
Teal?
and it's
Okay.
green, okay?
Yeah, no, I figured. Ooh, Bonnie knows what she wants here. And then we have a medium-sized martingale collar, which are ideal for
Bonnie
maybe
doesn't
not a
have a
full-size
dog.
Pyrenees.
This won't go over one of Bonnie's dog's tails.
No. So if you have any smaller dogs, or it's a really easy gift if you know anybody who's getting a new dog soon, or if you want to make a very subtle hint to somebody else that maybe they should be getting a dog that'll fill that lead. Your martingale's your best friend here for starting your loose leash walking, as opposed to a flat buckle.
It safely fits and have proper adjustment, 11-inch to 15-inch neck. So it'd be a small peer, small female, or small male.
Or like a puppy.
Be a dog like Jelly Bean.
No.
Yeah. Be a dog like her. She's only 50 pounds.
Is she really? That's a small newfie.
No, not that Jelly Bean. We got a different.
Oh, okay.
You remember how we had 2 skies?
Yes.
Now we got 2 Jelly Beans.
Okay.
The training world has been very confusing this week.
Yeah.
All right. So, wow. So hashtag GPRS or GPRS. That's how, and you're going to get to pick which one you want. I'm not going to.
And Bonnie knows she wants the leash.
Right.
He's gonna wrestle it from her.
Martingale, but I wouldn't let anybody I don't know take a Martingale. But Martingale's a good collar. I just don't have. That's the only size I had. So it'll fit a puppy for a little while.
Oh yeah. It'll fit a puppy, or it'll fit a non-Pyrenees sized dog.
Yeah, and then
Certainly there's
puppy foster,
other dogs in the world.
Yeah, but then for the puppy fosters, when he outgrows it, you save it for your next puppy that comes in.
Yeah.
Because when GPRS fosters have a dog, when they move, they get another dog. Mm-hmm. They don't usually take it. Well, some do probably, but summertime. But typically, you'll see in those videos often that you'll see the saying, because that's what GPRS fosters do. Mm-hmm. And they step up to the plate.
Yeah.
Okay? And it's not hard. It really isn't. And it doesn't cost anything. You heard Melanie tell you that he came with a bag of food and pot of gold almost.
Yeah.
Okay? So, and that's how, and they're treating her right. What she needs for the dog, they're getting it to her in a timely manner. Yeah. So, what's left? Oh, a house with a fence. Well, now that can be negotiated too, probably. I'm not part of the rescue, so I can't say that for sure. And Lisa is.
Yeah.
Lisa's the boss lady here.
Oh, no. One of the team members.
Okay, we'll go that route.
Yeah, one of the team.
We'll let you have that live.
we do have fosters though that are in apartments and condos. They just walk their dogs off and unleash them.
Yeah, they do.
And that's good, because occasionally we get dogs that are escape artists that no fence can hold. They have to go to an apartment or a condo. Otherwise, they'll be on the streets again. So,
right. And I want to touch on that too. When you bring your dog in, and he doesn't know where he is, doesn't know who you are, doesn't know where his parents are, and he's going to try to go back home.
Oh, yeah.
even though he has no clue where it is, he's going to try. So please don't leave your new dog unattended in the backyard,
Mhm.
period,
Yes.
because they are masters of opportunity.
Yes.
All right. When John said escape artist, technically not really escape artists, but if there's an opportunity, they will take it. If it's a small little crack, they will make it big enough. Okay.
Yeah.
But it's still an opportunity.
Or they
So,
fly over 6-foot fences.
Yeah, because man, every once in a while you'll hear about a plea that a foster got out or a new dog that the adopter got out or got away, and I mean, don't get me wrong, stuff happens, but you go get the dog and then you panic after you get your dog back.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have time to get upset while he's gone. You got to go find your dog. You do all that when you get back. So.
Especially your dog in your brand new situation here, you don't know yet if they're a flight risk, and that's not a chance you have to ever take.
Right.
So it's just a lot of supervision and management until they also start to calm down and decompress. Before you're just like, well, gonna go on that vacation now that I've got you. See you in like 12 days.
Yeah.
Then why did you even get the dog? Like, that's not fair.
All right. Well, I guess our giveaway drawing is going to be a flop today, isn't it?
Okay, Bonnie really wants that leash.
I'm still going to do it. I mean, because it's cool to watch.
Sure.
Bonnie wants the leash, and Nancy, which one did you want? I mean, it's just going to. I'm just going to show off giveaway to them unless we start getting entrance. Hashtag GPRS. Maybe we shouldn't use hashtag. Maybe we should use hashtag BYR next time.
Oh yeah.
Maybe they can't spell GPRS.
Oh, Nancy wants the leash too.
Nancy wants the leash too. That'll leave one leash left. But there's more. I mean, they're Max and Neo.
So it sounds like you're going to need some better prizes next time, Steve.
I know. But hey,
something worth fighting for.
Yeah, we can't even get insurance to give stuff away. And by the way, for you folks that are going to watch the replay of it because you couldn't make it today, you can't enter. It's already over. Okay. Now, one last thing. If the dog does get out, Levi, or you think the dog is in a position he's getting out, what would you do?
So I guess before you get your new foster adopter dog, always secure your perimeter, fence line, whatever the situation is. Double check your equipment before you're going out to get this dog. Make sure it fits appropriately. If your dog is if you're noticing that your dog is really eyeing those gates, really digging through those holes or whatever in the fence, you should be there to stand by and monitor just to ensure like what's going to happen, what are you going to do, and ideally you're helping prevent the practice of continuing by either like a redirection, like an interrupt and redirect, or you begin to start refortifying whatever the weakness in the barrier is there. If the dog is out, one of the hardest things is once you've caught your dog, which I hope you do, is to never try to poison, like, now that I've caught you, now you're in trouble.
Yeah.
And that's similar with your recall. So recall is always going to be one of your most expensive behaviors. And so make sure that you're always practicing this, you're paying appropriately, and that no matter what happens, whether it's your dog is running around with your expensive shoes or your dog got out of the front yard, is to not then scream and yell and curse. And then now that you've got the dog, you scream and yell and curse at them, because why would they ever want to come back? Even when you don't feel like you should be happy, you still want to tell them that they're the best dog in the world and, really ham it up. And then you can go be mad somewhere else, but not at the dog.
That's right.
Because then you also break their trust of, well, then I was right to run away. Then you weren't the right fit for me. Like, see you later next time.
Nancy makes a heck of a point, because they just had some, more than one in Colorado and other parts of the country, that transfer your microchip when you adopt your dog. Because if he gets out, it's going to default back to the rescue. And this happened, and it wasn't that particular rescue's dog, and they didn't know whose dog it was, and it was microchipped. So transfer the registration on your microchips when you
Yeah,
adopt.
make sure your microchips
Don't
are
be
up
a
to date.
foster when you adopt.
Yeah. And we also do have 4th of July coming up soon.
Oh
A
yeah.
lot of, especially our Pyrenees here, because their hearing is impeccable. Whether or not that's because, like, whether or not they're afraid of it or not, don't leave your dog unattended while fireworks season is going on.
If
Don't
you got, if your dogs are very, 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 very big time problems, go to your vet. See if your vet can help. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't let them give a Great Pyrenees Prozac is all, because that's the wrong med for fireworks. All right, for one. But
prepare ahead of time, not on July 3rd. Prepare before
Right.
July 3rd.
Basements are good,
Mhm.
and just prepare ahead of time,
Mhm.
because the 3rd of July is not the time to start
Right.
training your dog for the 4th of July.
I'm a big fan of white noise makers and or just a TV that you can turn up.
Somebody
Something I've
told
even
me
done
that
with
if
my
you
two is, because I am in an apartment and my neighbors don't really like me, which is fine. When I start to hear the fireworks, I reward them for hearing them and not barking, so that after a few repetitions of it, they just don't even care anymore.
right.
So
Somebody
prepare
told me
accordingly.
that an air conditioner with fan only is white noise, like a
Yeah.
window unit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, anything that's going to be more of like your static sound, with like a really like ho hum pitch, will usually be your white noise.
All right.
If
Well,
you
it's
have
5
a Google
o'clock.
Home, it will play white noise for you. I do that anytime we travel or anything. I bring a Google Home to play white noise.
I don't
They
even
also
know
have a
what
bunch of
I
apps
don't
on
know
like
what
the
Google Home
phones or
is.
something that you can use. So there's always a way to get white noise.
Well, we should bring this up
Yeah.
and maybe
Between
give it a shot for
Nancy and
both of
Bonnie,
us.
let's see who gets it.
All right, and yeah, okay, make your wishes, because we're gonna just check this thing out. This thing's cool. See what everybody missed out on by not entering? Yay! See, they
Wow.
both win, because what happens is now for that next drawing, the winner does not qualify, and the tool won't.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, it won't display her name the second time in a row,
Mhm.
because we've got a check mark we can put in a box and make it do that. I thought we was gonna have more than 2 people, but that's okay, because
It is also Father's Day.
a lot of our viewers watch it throughout the week.
Right.
Yeah.
We've got a high number of views by the end of the week.
Yeah.
And sometimes we'd have like 10 people watching the show at once. That doesn't matter,
Yeah.
because first of all, it's not an accurate count, because, well, for us it is, that we're logged in. But when you're watching the show, whatever page you're watching it on, that's the only viewer count you're going to get.
Mhm.
So we get a total.
Yeah. I
Now,
mean, I'll blame Father's Day here. Maybe everyone's out to dinner already with their parental figures
by
here.
the way, Nancy and Bonnie, I don't think I have either one of your addresses, so you have to send them to me on Messenger, whatever, and I'll get these sent out on a. And you're not getting them overnight, but you'll get them. I think the leashes were donated from Colorado. Now that I think about it, you might be getting your leash back, Nancy.
Oh. Okay, so Bonnie and Nancy are both getting a leash then?
Well, yeah, we were going to have 3 drawings, because we had 3 items.
No, I was just clarifying. That's good. Thank you.
Yeah, they're both getting their leash, yeah, because they both know where I live. So anyway, that's it.
Yeah,
We just had a heck of a show, didn't we?
we sure did.
Great hour.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. Wow, Melanie, thank you so much. When if he doesn't get adopted, which I don't think that's going to happen, but man, you have to bring him on when he gets a little bit leggier, and so we can see how tired you are. And John, I know you'll come back if I ask, but Olive, man, I'll tell you, nice work with her, man.
Yeah.
Nice work. And of course, he's got a village with him behind him too. He's right there by headquarters. You're what, 20 minutes away from it?
Yes.
Yeah. So nice work with her. And who is that? One of yours, Levi?
No, that's Sawyer.
Oh, that's Sawyer. Oh, okay. I should have known. Look at that, Levi. It's not yours this time.
I know. Then retired from work last night.
Folks, always remember this show is for the dogs, about the dogs. You might hear some bark. All right. And look at Nancy. She wants me to send it to Peer Rescue.
Mm-hmm.
I will do that. Thank you, Nancy. And Bonnie, send me your address and I'll get yours. Bonnie's
How can Bonnie reach out to you, Steve?
Oh, we're friends.
Okay. Just checking.
Well, we're not friends. I mean, I don't. Have we ever met, Bonnie? I don't know if we have never met or not. I don't remember. But anyway, okay. So that's it. Let me find our exit stuff.
Thank you.
I changed the exit video too, so pay attention. You might not like it. I gotta find it. Hang on. There it is. Oh, went too far down.
Oh, Steve.
Let's try.